Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today I'm doing my mid-month haul for July. So I haven't bought any books in July, but I have had so many arrive. I had a bunch that I had pre-ordered, so they all came in. I had two book boxes kind of things that came, and then I also had a Better World Books order that I made ages ago that finally came. So let me talk about the ones I've got. So I've separated it, like I did last month, into backlist and new releases because I have a lot of new releases and not that many backlist. But let's start with these two. So this is Soledad and this is Let It Rain Coffee, which you kind of can't really see, but these are both by Angie Cruz. I just finished off Soledad the other day, so I'll be talking about that in my mid-month wrap up, and I'm hoping to pick up the other one soonish. Angie Cruz wrote Dominicana, which I read earlier this year and really loved, which was nominated for the Women's Prize. And yeah, I'm just super excited to get to this other one here. Yeah. So I ordered those ones back in March and they finally arrived. And then I believe I made this order maybe in April or May, I think. I got another two books by the same author. So this is Goodbye Days and this is The Serpent King, both by Jeff Zettner. So I read Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee and really loved it. So I went and picked these two up, which is apparently a theme that I had going on at this time. So hoping to pick up The Serpent King very shortly. Next up we have The Weight of Zero by Karen Fortunati. This is a book that features a young teenage girl with bipolar disorder, and I believe it talks about her relationships and of course as well her relationship to bipolar disorder and how that affects her and her life, and I assume the people around her, and that sort of thing. I'm super excited for this. I've heard this is really great representation, so I'm hoping that that's true. And then finally for the backlist, I found a new book service that I thought I would give a try. It's called The Wild Book Box. This is a company in Perth, I believe. So this one took me a little bit over a week to get to me here in Melbourne, but the one that I got from them is Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. So you basically fill out like what you're looking for and they send you a little thing and it says this month's wild book is Fingersmith. We chose this because you like historical fiction, female leads and love. So I've been wanting to read a Sarah Waters for a really long time, but I just couldn't pick which one. So I'm very excited to give this one a go. I don't know a whole lot about this. I know it has something to do with the Victorian era and orphans, and that's kind of all the back gives you, but excited for that. Okay. Next we move on to the new releases. So a lot of these are diverse. I believe there's maybe only one that isn't, which is A Declaration of the Rights of Magicians by H.G. Parry. As far as I know, this is just doesn't have like LGBT or characters of colour, but I obviously would have to read it to be absolutely sure about this. But it is set sort of at the time of the French Revolution, and it's kind of like a mix of obviously like that and then this kind of like magical element. So super excited about that one. One of my most anticipated books of the year, so I'm hoping it'll be good. I love books about witches, magicians, wizards, anything to do with magic. That's kind of my thing. You know how some people are really into vampires or werewolves or mermaids or whatever. Witches are the only like paranormal thing that I really enjoy. Speaking of mermaids, I have A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. This is a book about sirens. So it's set in Oregon, and it's about two. I believe they're both. I'm gonna guess from the cover they're both black girls. It does say on the back, young, black, secretly magical. I've heard really amazing things about this one. It has a gorgeous spine and back, and oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, super excited for this one. Like I said, I don't really read a lot about mermaids or sirens, but I've heard really good things about this one, and hopefully I will enjoy it. Next up, we have Where We Go From Here by Lucas Rocha. This is about 3 teenage boys or guys. I'm not sure if they're teenagers. Anyway, one of them has just tested positive for HIV. Another one has tested negative, but his long-term boyfriend, or I don't know if they're long-term, but they're dating, and he has had HIV for 3 years. So talking about that, I'm not sure if this is own voices, but yeah, who knows. Sounds really interesting. One of my favorite books is The Great Believers, which talks about, this is HIV in a more contemporary setting, and The Great Believers is more of the crisis of the 80s. So I'm excited to see if I will enjoy this one as much. Next up, we have The Henna Wars by Adiba Shagadar. I don't really know a whole lot about this one. I know it is a sapphic romance, and yeah, I think it's straight contemporary, but I'm not positive. It might have a little bit of magical realism in there, but I've heard really good things about it, and again, it's just stunning. Oh, it is really pretty. It has like a rose gold sort of font color there. So yeah, excited about that one. From Well Read this month, I had a copy of The Vanishing Half by Brett Bennett. I swear every single time that I had sent a well-read book, like every month, I'm like, I was literally about to buy this book. Like, I literally looked at this the other day and then was like, no, I won't get it yet. I'll wait for some more reviews and see what people think. And then, yeah, it arrived like 2 days later, and I was just like, clearly it's just meant to be. Like, they just know me, even though everyone gets sent the exact same books. Next up, we have another one that I ordered way back in March. And this was either coming from the US or the UK, or I assume the US, but it just took a really long time to get here. But that is When You Were Everything by Ashley Woodfolk. I loved Ashley Woodfolk's first book, The Beauty That Remains, and I'm just super excited for this one. It's about kind of like a best friend breakup, and I believe it talks about different different things that happen in their lives and whatnot. And I'm just so excited for it. And finally, leaving the one that I love this book. I haven't read it yet, but it has the most beautiful cover I've ever seen. So this looks nice on like Goodreads, and then when it came yesterday, and I opened it and I was just like, oh my god. So it's A Song of Wraith and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. So it's already like stunning. You kind of can't really see it with the light, but there's like the gold pattern in the back, and then again you can't see it, but it's got like this incredible like gold down the side and some like things down the bottom, and then it's just like this gorgeous like dark foresty green, and then this gold again, and it's just so beautiful. Like I never buy hardcovers, but I've been buying them recently because a lot of the diverse books that I have wanted to support the authors from aren't out in paperback yet, and I really wanted to get them now. And yeah, like my bank account is crying, but my bookshelves are just so happy because they are so beautiful. But yeah, super excited, hoping to pick this one up again soon. But yeah, that's my book haul for the mid part of this month. That's all I have to say. I hope you're all doing super well. I hope my fellow Victorians here, that you're all staying home and staying safe, and that everyone is doing really well. I will see you all next time. Of course, it will be my mid-month wrap-up. So I'll see you then. Bye.